y'all, it's Sherry G. I'm back with more Love and Marriage Huntsville drama. Oh, y'all. So apparently there's some people that just aren't feeling Melody right now. What's new, right? There's been people that haven't been feeling Melody, but there's some people who have been Melody fans or Mel fans, or they supported her for the most part, or maybe they supported everyone, including her, but they're feeling some type of way about how she's showing up this season. I've heard a lot of people, or different people, saying, I don't like how Mel's showing up this season. I don't know what's going on with her. And so apparently those people are out of the loop. They're out of touch because she actually gave a disclaimer to how she was going to be showing up this season. Anyway, y'all, I don't feel like she's being messy. Personally, I feel like she's being very intentional about the way she's moving from cast person to cast person, asking all the questions that she needs to ask. And I feel like she's being very strategic in getting those monkeys off of her back. So anyway, y'all, I want to talk about it in this video. Let me go ahead and drop my disclaimer first, and I'll be back. And now, keep in mind when I do come back, it's just my opinion, okay? Don't go getting all saucy with me. Some of y'all like to get real saucy, but just remember it's just an opinion, and you're welcome to state yours. But don't lose your power by getting upset or anything like that by anything that I say. It's just an opinion. It's just allegations, assumptions, my way of seeing things. All of this is for entertainment and fair use and all that jazz. Let me drop my disclaimer. I'll be right back. So yeah, y'all, this season, Melody she's going around, she's carrying bones, she's asking questions, getting these people to talk. She's sitting with this castmate, that castmate. Man, she handed Trish her whole behind in the scene this past Saturday. Oh, that scene. Oh my God, Trish. I don't know if it's production that cut. You can say that that's production and they cut this and they cut that, but yeah, girl, you are looking like you're living up to what people are claiming you to be, and people are alleging that you're a liar, and well, you pretty much look that way. I don't know what's going on, girl. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, Melody did. She read you. She handed you your behind in that scene. Anyway, y'all, so this is what people aren't liking. They're not liking seeing Melody asking all these questions and being a bone carrier or whatever, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody has got to get these other castmates to talk, like get the monkey off her back. Like season after season after season, Melody and Martell has been everyone's storyline, and we're sick of it. We know nothing about these people besides what has been pulled up out of public record, what we've seen on social media. They really, really, really try to stay under the radar. So why in the heck did they get on a reality show? Why? It just blows my mind that you chose to get on a reality show where you talk about yourself and you let people into your life, and then you have a fit because people are asking questions, because people want to know more, because people are saying you don't talk about stuff, and that we see something's happening and we know you're not giving us the truth. And I'm specifically talking about Marceau and Tisha. I mean, she said for 7 years they've been going through in their marriage. Well, y'all, they've been on the show for 6 years, and we could see it. They gave that off in their energy. I mean, their actions spoke louder than their words. And now Tisha wants to talk about it. Girl, please go sit down. Go sit down. And I'm sorry, y'all, but it still looks like to me that they're still struggling to actually make a connection. I don't know what y'all think, but in that park scene, I don't know if y'all remember or if you heard, When Marceau pulled up in the park scene, Maurice actually went to greet him and he said, "Hey, Solo." And I had to play it back. I'm like, what? He said, "Hey, Solo." So, I think these guys are still going through something, y'all. I really do. I mean, you don't have to give us every little thing, that's going on inside your house, but you can give us what's happening in general. But, it's so many missed opportunities with this castmates, so many missed opportunities to harness the hearts of the viewers by sharing their true authentic selves. And there's a way you do that without telling us every little thing. Melody did that. She told us what was going on and she said, "I'm not even telling y'all everything." And we see that now. We see that because here we are with the whole Revenge P thing. She never brought that up. She never brought that up. There's a lot of things she didn't bring up. And I believe there's still more stuff that she hasn't brought up. She lives life on a daily. We only see a snippet on the screen. But it's really sad when your viewers can see more than what you're telling us that's actually happening in your life, when we can actually see it because your actions are telling us that. And what's really, really frustrating to me when it comes to Maurice and Kimmy, who I feel like just leave the show, y'all. Just leave the show already. But what's really frustrating when it comes to that couple, when Melody was going around and she was asking, the questions about Maurice and his DUI, take it how you take it, but they really didn't give us anything. If she didn't sit and talk with them, they probably wouldn't have said anything except a little bit that they did give us. It wasn't much. And they tried to downplay the situation. It is never good to get behind a wheel intoxicated. Now, yeah, today we know that that case has been dismissed, but we don't know the reason why it's been dismissed. That doesn't mean that he wasn't driving while under the influence. This could have been a lot of reasons. It's not necessarily wasn't dismissed because he wasn't necessarily guilty. Maybe it's because the fact that he didn't take a breathalyzer, so there was no proof. Maybe it's because he's a first-time offender and he's also an attorney. And so they dismissed the case. Maybe he got some help with Carlos King, with Carlos King to get the case dismissed. Who knows? They never told us why the case was dismissed. They'll probably never tell the truth about why the case was dismissed. But for him to be partying in and turning up a bottle the next day with everyone in the background screaming "Free Reese, Free Reese." Yeah, guys, that was very immature. It was very, it was in poor taste. So when Melody brought that up, they could have each just said, yeah, in hindsight, Maurice could have said, well, in hindsight, looking back at my actions that day, yeah, that wasn't a good look. And Kimmy could have said the same thing. Kimmy is highly frustrated, y'all. But I really believe that the frustrations that she's showing us is because she is not happy with her situation at home. And this situation being out in public has to be embarrassing for her. It has to be embarrassing. But how dare Melody bring it up? How dare Melody expose or be on a mission to expose what's really going on inside of her marriage? Kimmy said that Melody is hell-bent. Her mission in life, or her plight in life, is to prove that people are cheating in their marriages, or that there's infidelity in people's marriages. And I'm just paraphrasing her words. But she did say something to that effect, and we're going to be seeing that in this Saturday's episode. But my response to that is that's not a plight in life. That will get her nowhere. Melody has gone through a lot. When she came on the show, she was the one that was being very authentic about what was happening in her life, and she garnered a huge following because people sat there, the viewers, us, we watched her life crumble down as she knew it. We watched her castmates not offer her any support, no empathy, Nothing. We've even watched her castmates get on the side of her ex-husband as he cast stones at her for telling her truth about the situation when she was married. And yet, all the while, there was a pact made between the guys. And I don't think that pact included the women. But for Maurice and Marcel, they didn't have to worry about it because their wives are all down for the facade. They're down for the facade about having perfect marriages that are void of infidelity. Melody, on the other hand, she gave the viewers what they came for, albeit shocking. Because in the beginning, we were for Melody and Martell. So it was shocking to see that this couple was falling apart. And it was shocking to hear of what their exact struggles were. But it was the truth. Did she share every detail like I stated earlier? No. However, it was enough to get our attention, enough for us to know what was going on. What Melody showcased was her reality and not some drummed up fake storyline. As a result, the glass shattered all around the rest of the cast. Their inability to tap into their own truths, the crumbling of the core six, which in my opinion caused a lot of the angst between Melody and the rest of the cast, to include her ex, Martell. Because what now? What were they going to do now? They were really leaning on the strength of that storyline. They were really leaning on the strength of what was supposed to be happening with the core six as far as rebuilding Huntsville. So this changed everything with Melody stepping out. So while they were all scrambling to be authentic, Melody showed up and she showed us what it was like to be down and get back up. She showed how to stand on business, although there was adversity all around her. Like I said, this gained her a huge following. Women and men both were inspired by her grit and determination. So it was awesome to see her move forward with newfound boldness and you know what? Realize her dreams. Her music, her production company, acting, and the birth of SAB, 7th Avenue Beauty, all while going through some of the hardest times of her life. And again, she didn't reveal everything. She didn't reveal everything. And although she was going through all of that, she still continued. She continued to expand, even amidst the nasty things being said about her on and in different social media platforms. She pushed through even when some of the most vile and disrespectful things were being said about her from her ex and different family members of her co-workers. Let us not forget those mothers and their nasty tongues, and even some of the castmates, right? Yet, season after season, year after year, this cast still leaned on the backs of her and her ex for something to talk about. And so I now guess that Kimmy and Maurice are pissed to the highest level of pissosity, and supposedly Kimmy's going to be on 10 at the reunion. Sit down, Kimmy. Address what is really going on in your life. Take care of your home. Take care of what is going on there. And if you don't want to share with us, what is happening in your marriage. I mean, it's just like Tisha and Marcel. Like I said, 6 whole years they've been on this show. 6 whole years. We could see that there was something, it wasn't adding up. What they were saying about their marriage, what they were showing us, the energy, like it wasn't adding up at all. And she comes out now to tell us, hey, yeah, we've been struggling for 7 years. And this last year we were about to get divorced. And I still think there's something going on. Because that scene at the jewelry store just wasn't given. Energy was off then too. So, I don't know, y'all. To me, getting defensive instead of acknowledging that Maurice was wrong for getting behind the wheel intoxicated, acknowledging that it did look bad for them to be back at it the next day with him dancing around with that bottle in his hand, I guess that's too much like right. So anyway, y'all, that is it for today's video. We'll see what happens on Saturday. But in the meantime, I'll be back. I want to talk about Destiny and Martell because I've really been thinking about this duo, the dynamic duo. Anyway, y'all, if you haven't done so, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I'll be back. Until then, ciao.